And welcome back to Purple Pocket Pickles. This is Pixel Gun, and I'm here to give you another skin tutorial. This is my character again with my favorite gun, the Automatic Peacemaker. Today I'm going to show you how to make a boy skin. And I'm going to make him with the same brown hair that I did with the last skin tutorial. So first I'm going to go all the way over to the left where the reds are. I'm going to go all the way up to the top and then one over. So I'm going to go to the very top right there. I'm going to go down until I have the right skin tone that I want. Okay, I like that skin tone. So I'm going to click the check mark. And I'm going to click the paint bucket, and I'm going to fill in that entire area. Now I'm going to go back out, and I'm going to give him a tank top as well. So I'm going to get his arms, and I'm going to fill in all of his arms. Now I'm going to go into his body, and I'm going to fill in his shirt, and I'm going to make it green. So I'm going to make it a bright green, so right in the middle of where all the greens are. So about right there. And I'm going to click the question mark, or the check mark, and I'm going to keep the paint bucket, and I'm going to fill in all of these areas. Like that. And I'm going to get out, and I'm going to go to his legs, and I'm going to click on the front one, and I'm going to go to the colors, and over where all the blues are, I'm going to, there's the greens, and then the greeny blue, and then the kind of sky blue, and then one over. I'm going to use that one over, and I'm going to go maybe 3 up from the bottom, and maybe a little bit higher until I get the color of the jeans that I'd like. So I use the check mark, and I use the paint bucket, and I'm going to fill in all of these areas as well. Like that. I'm going to go back out, and I'm going to go back to his face. And I'm going to color in his eyes. So his eyes, I want to make them brown. So I'm going to go all the way over to the left where the reds are, and I'm going to go so the red, and then the reddish brown, and then the brown. And I'm going to use the brown. I'm going to go maybe 6 up from the bottom, and there's a good brown that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use the check mark. I'm going to use the pencil tool, and I'm going to go about right there. I'm going to go back and use a little bit darker color brown. I'm going to go back and go all the way over to the right and the very bottom, and I'm going to use that white. I'm going to put that one on the top with the lighter brown, and I'm going to go back over to where the whites are, and then I'm going to go over maybe 4 and make a darker white to go next to that brown. And I'm going to use the eyedropper, and I'm going to click on the lighter brown and back on the pencil tool, and I'm going to put another a dot right there, and the same thing with the darker brown and the light white, and then the darker white. Okay, now I am going to give him reddish brown hair. So I'm going to go all the way over to the left where the reds are, and then all the way down and over 1, so about right there, so the reddish brown. I'm going to click the check mark, and I'm actually going to start from right here, and I'm going to go back and do 1 up from that one. I'm going to put them like that and keep doing patterns like this. And I'm going to keep going up like that. Okay, now I'm going to use the dark brown again. I'm going to go over to that side and do the same thing. Now I'm going to use the second lightest brown, and then the second darkest, and then so it looks like that. Now I'm going to get a lighter, maybe I'm going to use a lighter brown for this part. So it looks kind of like that. Actually, I'm going to do this. So it looks more like that. And I'm going to use a darker brown, like that. I think that looks good. So I'm going to use the darkest brown, use the pencil tool, and I'm going to go over to the left side. And I'm just going to go up like this. Now I'm going to go to the top, and I'm going to go up the same way. I'm going to go to the right, and I'm going to go the other way. And then with the back, I'm going to go the same way that I did with the other ones. Okay, now I'm going to get the second lightest brown with the eyedropper, and then use the pencil tool, and I'm going to go up on either side of this, like this, on all of them. And I'm going to fill in the whole thing like this. So see how they all kind of connect like that? So I'm going to use the third lightest brown, and I'm going to do the same thing like this. Okay, I'm going to use the fourth lightest brown and do the same thing. And the fifth lightest. And then the sixth lightest. And then I'm going to have to go back into the colors and make a lighter one. And go back into the colors again and make one more lighter. And then you got a really nice color. Okay, so I'm going to use the skin color. And I'm going to go over to the right side. And I'm just going to go down like that. And the same thing with this side. And then on the bottom, I'm going to use the paint bucket. And I'm going to color it in with the skin color. So you've got a guy like this. Okay, so now I'm going to, I have the skin color ready. I'm going to go to the front of his shirt, and I'm going to go down like this. You know what, I'm going to make it a little bit higher. And I'm going to use a lighter green. And I'm going to go over this like that. And on the top, I'm going to bring it over. And then on the back, I'm going to go down 2. And then went over. And then like that, and I'm going to use a darker green to go underneath that, so it's like his hood. I'm going to use the skin color with the eyedropper. I'm going to color this in. I'm going to go use the eyedropper again, use the color of the shirt, and I'm going to use that. And then I am going to use the eyedropper, get the lighter green, and go along the bottom like this. And I'm going to fill in the bottom with that color. And I'm going to use the white, which is way over on the right at the very bottom. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use a pencil tool. And then I'm going to go over to a gray. So you have the strings that come down from his hoodie. Same kind of sleeveless hoodie type of thing. And I'm going to go over to his arm. And I'm going to use the black and use the brush tool. And just go along like this. I'm going to give him some fingerless gloves. So you go over to the front and use the eyedropper and put a dot right there. And then I'm going to use the eyedropper again, use the black. Go to the bottom of the hand and put 2 lines like that. So now he has these fingerless gloves. So now I'm going to give him some shoes. I'm going to make his shoes like a blue. So I'm going to go over to where the blues are, and right where the dark blues are, I'm going to go right in the middle. So it's about that color. And I'm going to use the brush tool, and I'm just going to brush all the way across all of these. And then I'm going to use a darker white, so very light gray, and I'm going to brush all the way across. And now I am going to get a dark blue and just put it in the front like that. So now I'm going to use the eyedropper and click the jeans, and I'm going to get a little bit lighter color of the jeans. And I'm going to put 2 dots like that. And then on the right side, I'm going to put 1 dot. On the back, 2 together like that. And the left like that. So it all should look like that. I'm going to use the eyedropper and get the jean color. Go to the top and fill that in. Then I'm also going to get the lighter jean color, and I'm going to put it across the top of the shoes. And there you have jeans. And that is my boy. And I hope you like him. I'm going to call him Malik after my friend. And I hope you like that.